Today, we're going to unpack the Nikon Z8 and help you decide if it's right for you. The Nikon Z8 can shoot 8K video and 45.7 megapixel stills. It has a lot of features that make it ideal for video production, but it also has some drawbacks. Let's explore together what the Nikon Z8 can do, how it compares to other cameras, and what are the pros and cons of using it for video. The first thing that you need to know about the Nikon Z8 is that it has a 45.7 megapixel full frame stacked CMOS sensor that can shoot up to 12-bit in RAW. This means that it can capture a lot of detail and dynamic range in both stills and videos. The sensor also has a fast readout speed that reduces rolling shutter and enables high frame rates. The Nikon Z8 can record up to 8K and 12-bit in RAW at 60 frames per second and 4K and 10-bit 422 at 120 frames per second internally. Or better yet, output 16-bit RAW via HDMI to an external recorder. Add in N-Log or HLG profiles to preserve more information in the highlights and shadows. When tested, we saw 14 stops of dynamic range shooting in NRAW and N-Log. We got lost trying to find the N-Log setting. It's a bit hidden. Once you're at the resolution that you want to shoot at, just navigate to the right in the menu and you will find the function. When you're shooting, you can get a noise-free image at ISO 3200 and below. You might notice some noise at ISO 6400, but it's acceptable. However, when you get to ISO 12800, the noise starts to cause color shifting. We wouldn't recommend shooting at that level or above. The Nikon Z8 also has a 5-axis in-body image stabilization system that reduces camera shake. This is useful when you're shooting handheld or using a gimbal or tripod. The camera also has a 493-point hybrid autofocus system that can track subjects with eye, face, and animal detection. Just be sure to set the sensitivity and speed of the focus on the type of subject matter you're shooting for the best results. The Nikon Z8 has a 3.2-inch tilting touchscreen monitor that has a brightness of 2100 nit, making it easy to see even in bright sunlight or HLG shooting. However, it's not fully articulating, so there are some positions where you won't be able to see the monitor. Because of this, it's not a good choice for vlogging. The Nikon Z8 has 2 card slots, one CF Express Type B and one SD UHS 2. You can record up to 8K CCP and 4K 120p on both types of cards. The camera also has a recording time limit of 29 minutes and 59 seconds for each video clip, but this may vary depending on how the camera is set up. The Nikon Z8 uses the same EN-EL 15C battery as the previous Z cameras, with the Z9 excluded. The battery life is up to 100 minutes, but that will greatly differ depending on how and what you're shooting. However, if you want never-ending power, it supports USB charging and power delivery via the USB-C cable.